we're live. What's up, gentlemen? How's everybody doing on the panel today, my boys?
Right. Well, how you doing, Todd?
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, 2 thumbs up. He's on vacation.
Thursday, it hasn't rained in 7 days, and I was able to go outside, so it's a good freaking day.
Hey, it's all perspective, isn't it, Beach? It's all in perspective.
Right.
And shit, today's my first day. We're just starting spring break, March break, so have a little bit of time off this coming week, and I've got my daughter coming in town, so we will not have a show next week. So just go ahead and toss that out there. We will not have a show.
Woo, yay,
yeah. So your next Friday is free for everybody.
Unless we do VR, we'll be in VR for sure.
Yeah, because tough man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does the Beach still get paid for next week?
No,
I don't get paid for any damn week. Bob and I were freaking idiots and work for free.
Working for free.
Yeah.
Oh, my sister's in. There were sisters over there. What's up, Joanne? It's my sister. Love you, sis. So we won't have a show next week. So just throw that out there so people don't ask me, which they probably will in Telegram next week about where are we having a show. So, hey, if you've not watched the show before, we will try to cover a lot of cord-cutting topics, things that may affect your streaming or your pocketbook or your wallet in some of the cost. And we got some good news. I mean, this is for a change. There was a lot of good topics this week that was actually positive news. Usually we have just full of topics that says, cost is going up. It's going up. But there was actually things that said, hey, you're getting some shit for free. So we got that going on. Let's see. Is everything I've got people over in the side chat. Our people, thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, post them over there and we'll do our best to answer those questions. Aubyns will do his best to try to get me to shut my mouth and to answer the question from the people. So, hey. So let's see what I guess let me go ahead and get not good for Spain. Spain. Well, yeah, there has been some hits on that. Patsy, I guess. But the thing is it's
there are plenty of options.
Yeah, I was trying to word it. Yeah,
plenty of options.
Some go down. It doesn't pop like cockroaches. Cockroaches.
Whack-a-mole.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, the whack-a-mole. Yeah, so it's plenty to pick from. Yeah, and you've got to be flexible when we talk about those type of topics. That as things get taken down, it's just part of the game. So you can expect it to happen, and sometimes people get all upset. I still had 3 months or 4 months left on my subscription. It's like you came out to the good if you think about what you were able to gain in the end. Maybe you lost a couple months of it, but probably after the cost of what you paid up front, you got your money's worth. So just move, cut your losses and move on. Or if that's not for you, call your cable company or DirecTV, and they'll be happy to take your money. All right, let's see. So we'll start with one of my favorite topics. Let's see here. The OK app. The K app had some updates this week. So we had 20.5. God help us why we had to have another damn update. The OK app has had issues with 20.3. They had where they had packed it incorrectly when it got released to the Google Play Store, and then that was a problem. And then 20.4 came out, which was a total mess up. If you had an Android device and you installed 20.4, you probably had all kinds of problems. And so they tried to end fixing all the bugs. So hopefully 20.5, if you were a person that's chasing 20 point and trying to stay up on it, hopefully it's all good. I'll be honest, on me, I'm still on one of my setups. I think it's 20.3 or 20.2 on one of those setups, and it's fine. So you don't have to race out and get 20.5. I don't know. You guys on the panel, have any of you guys messed around? I don't even know if any of you guys even use the K app.
No, I have 20.2.
20.3 is working fine for me.
Okay.
Yeah, me too.
If you got it, remember it was a problem if you got it through the Play Store there that first week, and then they had to fix it. But yeah, so if you've got 20.3 and it's working fine, don't race out to get 20.5. You can. You're not going to see no difference, folks. You're not going to between those versions. But we have the first release client, which is RC for 21. So 21, which is Omega. The RC1 came out, which is the release client. Now, one of the things that I'm going to tell you guys with the release with 21, and we talked about it last month when they talked about Beta 3 coming out. If you're running some custom skins, you will have an issue going to this release client 1 because there is a couple things that have to be the skin developers have to update on the skin to get it to work correctly. Now, if you're using the default skin, which I know Raj uses the default skin, right?
I was just gonna say that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you're using default skin, you're not going to notice it. But if you're using some of the Arctic Horizon or Silvo, the main Silvo is updated, but some of the other forks of Silvo or other skins are not updated, and they may revert back to the default skin because it needs some updates. So if you install 21 release client and it goes back to the default skin and gives you an error, it's because the skin you're using has not had the proper edits to the add-on XML. It's very small edits to it, but there's enough edits that that someone's got to fix it. I will say there's two fixes. There's two things that they did. One, which is a small edit in the add-on XML, which that was an easy one. And I think the other one was for screen calibration. That was, if you guys ever done screen calibration where you adjusted the screen after you've installed the K app to make its size correctly, there was some changes that skinners have to do. So if you're the person that's chasing this early version, just keep in mind it could have some issues. So
As they always do on the 0.0 releases.
Yeah. The 0.0s are always a problem. So you're better off to wait for the 0.1, and it gives the skinners and the add-on developers time to fix things and get it. So if you're one of those people that's chasing the cutting edge, just be prepared that there could be some hiccups depending on which skin you're using for your setup. But good news, I bet you, what is this, March?
Yep.
I bet you we see definitely before the end of April that we see the full release version, I think. So let's say, it'll be I bet you within 2 months, may even be within a month, that we see because they'll probably have release client 2, and then after that it could go live with the full version. So just keep that in mind. But I'm excited. 21 for me, the biggest update or the biggest plus, if you're a person that is wondering what's the difference between 20 and 21, the biggest is Dolby Vision support. If you're a person like myself that has 4K and you like a Dolby Vision, you're going to need that 20.1 to have a wider compatibility. 20, there's only certain codecs that would play Dolby Vision. More times it didn't. If you watched it, it would be kind of green or purple or blue. The colors would be messed up. That was because it didn't have the correct codec for Dolby Vision. 21 fixed that problem. So if you're a person that's not watching 4K Dolby Vision, you stick with 20 for a while. If you're a person that wants that Dolby Vision support, that's the people that are going to want to stick with move to 21. I'm using 21 Beta 2 and not a problem. I haven't even went to Beta 3 and I haven't done this release client, but I will shortly. So, and I don't know. Go ahead.
While we're discussing the K app, I just want to say I really like the way then is now with the auto update thing. You can just, it'll tell you it needs an update, or you can check the tools and check for an update and just boom, update it right away. I am really impressed with how it works, and that is my go-to now for the last few months, ever since he went to that new way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So
are you talking about Fen?
Yeah, Fen.
Yeah, Fen. Yeah,
Fen Light. Yeah,
yeah, Fen. Fen is my it's my. I use it every single day, and I know people have. There's lots of other add-ons. I do use a couple one-click add-ons that I do have installed, and I will use some of the other add-ons. Asgard, Black Lightning. I use both of those. The two sports ones I use for documentaries or for some of those things like that. That sometimes Fen. Sometimes I have a hard time finding them, but more for when they do those things that are they're not mainstream. Like I did watch Dark Side of the Ring, that was out. That was a one-click and one. I think it was in Black Lightning, and I watched it because I like that. But it's not going to be on trending for Fen because it's just not a popular show except for us weirdos. That I got to watch Earthquake. I don't remember. You guys remember Earthquake? He was
big fat guy.
Yeah, John Tess start with a T, but he was Earthquake. I mean, he was a big dude, and they went through his whole story, and so yeah. All right, let's see. So those two things. Good news. Now I talked about that. I was going to talk about some good news. So if you're a person that has Comcast and you are a Comcast internet subscriber, you're going to find, or you possibly could find, that they are increasing the speed. And this is due to, what was that government program? Affordable Connective Program. Because remember we talked about that.
ACP.
Yeah.
Which is ending, I think, next month.
Yep.
So what Comcast said is, since that is ending and there's going to be some people that are kind of running short, Comcast has went in increasing speeds. So what they did is they're increasing. So if you can see these down here, if you're a person that had the 75 meg line, you're going to go to 150. 200 is going to go to 300. The 400 is going to go to 500. And if you were an Xfinity prepaid and you had the 50 megabit line, you're going to go ahead to go to 200 megabit.
Is the price going up too?
No.
No.
So
but that's what I mean. Also, along with that, since I participate in the ACP program, I got a notification from Verizon. That's who I have Verizon internet from, telling me that the program more than likely is going to die out. So I won't get all the discounts that I get from the government, but they would still be applying, I think, a $25 a month discount to the plan, whether or not it dies or not. So if you're on ACP and you have Verizon as an internet service, yes, when the ACP runs out of money and it gets shut down, your bill will go up, but Verizon is still going to be applying a discount. So you will still be getting a discounted price.
And if they give you $25, that's only $5 less than the ACP is giving you anyway. So,
so that's it. I mean, that's good news. I mean, we very rarely hear good news about them increasing the speed without increasing your price. So I think that's a good thing, especially for people that may be struggling and not wanting, and they have internet that's halfway decent now, and they're worried about their bill. Their bill may not go up that much. So keep your eye on your bill. So if you were part of the ACP program, just watch your bill. You could see an increase, but again, depending on who your internet provider is, it may or may not be as much. This goes back to what we talked about in the past. Call your cable company and threaten to leave. We've got T-Mobile that is offering that 5G internet. You got Verizon that's offering that 5G home internet program. If you're on a regular cable company and your price is getting up and you can't afford it, call them and threaten to leave them. And you most likely will find that all of a sudden they had a special deal that they didn't tell you about, that they may be able to cut your price down. So you have to threaten to leave. It's like XM, what's it, a Sirius XM.
Yeah.
You got to call them every damn year when you have it and say, I'm done with this. And customer retention will all of a sudden, oh, we're going to cut the price in half or even more. So pay attention to that at your bill. And if your bill is too much, seriously take a look at threatening to leave them. You can always back out of that leave. If you go all the way through the process and they're like, okay, well, sorry to let you go. Then at the end, you can always say, well, maybe I'll stay. But you got to play hardball with them. So
Don't try it every month with them.
Do what?
Don't try it every month.
No, usually you can lock into what? They lock in a year, 2 years, something like that. It's usually if you pay a price, it's locked in for a certain period of time. Another good thing, if you're a person that has Spectrum, some TV packages are adding ESPN Plus for free. So it said here that if you were a Spectrum, hold on a second, let me make this a little bigger. For TV Plus, TV Select Plus package people, you may have ESPN Plus for free. And this is going to be a way you're going to need to have a smart TV or a Fire Stick or some type of Android device that's running on the TV. You couldn't do this with an old school TV because it's an Android-based system. But you're going to be able to watch games that have already been or that ESPN Plus sports. You'll be able to see some of that stuff. So if you're a Spectrum guy or gal, you may be able to get ESPN Plus for free. And they're doing this at no charge. Now, they have not said how long that this would last. But, if you get it for a year for free, you really can't complain. This is for Spectrum TV Select customers activating the ESPN Plus subscription is a straightforward process. This package offered an additional $10 per month over the TV Select packages. Not only includes ESPN Plus, but extra channels. So for $10 more, you could get the MLB Network, the NBA TV, some NFL Network. So they will offer it for free for ESPN Plus, but then they'll also say, hey, for $10 more, we'll even give you a little bit more. And again, I want to say that's the drug dealer method of give you a little bit for free. And next thing you know, you're like, well, yeah, I'll pay a little bit to even get more. So
they're probably gouging. Trust me, if you get in this select plus plan, they're already gouging you.
Yeah,
so,
that's not cheap.
If you go out and get ESPN Plus on your own, I think it's like $7 a month, or at least it was like $7 a month.
Yeah,
and I think you still are allowed 3 connections on it because I know I'm using somebody's ESPN Plus account.
Oh my Lord!
Because what's our rule here, man? Don't pay for jack shit.
Protect your neck.
Protect your neck.
So if you're probably not many people watching this are Spectrum TV Plus members that are paying for all that cable package. But if you are, you're going to be able to get some extra prices. But if you are you're paying for all that cable, hopefully you watch the show enough and join the Telegram group and ask enough questions to find alternatives and trying to slim down that cable bill. So, but again, good news for people that are Spectrum TV Select Plus members. And the FCC is going to try to stop people from doing this bundling, the apartment complexes. What's happening, and I'm not sure for folks that I had seen this in the past. My friends that lived in an apartment that offered, we're going to offer you cable TV at a special price or a select price. It's like, so what FCC is looking to do is not allow apartments to basically force their tenants into a certain internet or TV package. So, because what they do is these cable companies will offer a special deal to the apartment complex, probably selling it at a discounted price, so the apartment complex is making a little bit off of everybody.
Right.
Then you force all of your tenants to, with that one TV or internet company, the FCC is saying, hey, that's not giving people free choice. So they're looking to try to stop this. Now, one of the things in this article talked about homeowners associations. In this article, it does say that may not been correct. So they couldn't find in the bill where it said homeowners association. It was pretty much just condo and apartment complexes. So I know that we did type in there homeowners associations, but that's actually not quite true. It's the homeowners associations don't have anything. They couldn't find no details on that.
Yeah, where I'm at, it was Verizon was pushed. There was the local Verizon rep got in here, and the good thing was I didn't have them at first, but when I made the switch through this rep, I was able to get a direct service line. So, like, if my internet or something goes out, I don't have to call the usual 1-800 Verizon, put me on auto computer and press all the buttons and automated. I get the direct service line that rings to a freaking, a live human being.
Yeah.
In the same city. So when I have a problem, I've got a direct line. So that was one thing nice. Lucky here. I mean, not everybody has a choice of what service provider they can get. Some people
That's true.
I have one. I'm fortunate enough I had an option for two because Cox actually lived up to his name because it sucked. And just made the switch to Verizon, and I wish I had done it a lot sooner. It would have saved me a lot of headaches.
Yeah, you gotta. There are a lot of people that don't have a lot of options for their internet. So if you do have options, you definitely want to try to take advantage of that and try to use that option. But there still is a lot of people. If you get outside of, I know when I was in North Carolina, when you got outside of some of the bigger cities, the options was slim to none or slim to one. And that's one place where the Verizon 5G is actually reaching a lot of those people with because of the cell towers are pretty much, in most areas. So the cell towers are able to reach people more than the cable companies. I will say, if you're in town, you've got a lot of options. When you get outside of town, that's the same situation where your choices run down. I know when we were looking at houses, and I'm talking like 15 minutes where I'm at, maybe 20 minutes from where I'm at, I would drive out, and it would be out in a smaller little community, and there would be, all you would have is Bell, and it would be the Bell with the satellite.
And
it would be, well, Eddie,
Oh, I know. I've been there. Been there, done that.
And that sucks. I mean, Eddie, what was your download speed when you were with 10 Bell?
10 megabits.
10.
If on a good day, it was 10.
Yeah. And it's true in a lot of places. Now this Starlink and hopefully Amazon starting end of this year or first of next year, we'll start having the option of getting internet through Amazon. But Starlink is one of the places where has offered people in outside reaching areas at least a decent internet speed. I know I do have some friends that had Starlink, and they were like 100 to 120 megabits a second is what they would get. So that's good enough. That's not great, but it's good enough for a lot of people. So hopefully we keep getting more options, because again, I've lived in places that you had few options, and there's nothing worse than having shitty internet and you're trying to stream like we do, and it's a constant, and you got to watch everything in 480 or a small 720. I know Eddie used to. There was no 1080s in
No.
No 1080s. It was all
SD and 720.
Oh.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's sad for people.
Yeah. Well, I'm back to LTE on my cell phone now because there was a fire across the street and it burned down the freaking 5G phone pole. It was holding the connector.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Must have been that 5G tower was that one giving everybody COVID. That's probably where remember it was giving everybody COVID back in the day.
It was next to a storage one of units. They caught on 40 of them caught on fire and it spread and burnt down the damn 5G tower that naturally my service uses.
Of course.
You need to stop letting them put up meth labs in those things.
Hey, people just trying to make $1, man.
Yeah.
It's tough out there. Let's see. Another cool thing, and a cool thing, I don't know what you guys think about this. SlingTV adds arcade games to its streaming service. And these are, I think it's only 10 games, but it is offering video gaming on its own or side by side. Would you guys look at the video on this? I'll probably get hit with a.
I think this is fair use. You could argue this is fair use because we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, I don't know. You know how they get. So all right. So on this,
well, Aubyns is on the panel, so you know what that means.
Yeah, you're right. So
looking for me, boy.
Yeah, I got to pause so they can't really get me for anything, and I won't play the audio for sure. Hit that so I don't get that. So it's going to offer some games. So this is probably like a Candy Crush or something like that. Wheel of Fortune. I think Tetris was on here. Centipede. And you're going to be able to pick these. And if you have SlingTV and this is going to be able to play. You probably you have to be in the US. You can't be in Canada and play this, because I actually was just trying to pull up on my phone and it's like, oh no, you got to be in the US. So let me see if I can pull up one here. And so here's an image of playing Tetris on your TV. Hey, most of us could play that, on our phone or something like that. But I think SlingTV is trying to offer a little bit of something. I mean, what's your guys' take on?
They're trying to get people back.
Yeah, they're trying to retain people, give them more stupid crap like this.
Yep.
They say, well, at least I'm paying an arm and a leg for, watching live TV, but at least I can play some games if I get bored.
Right. And they're games
freebies.
They're games that they came out 20 years ago, so
exactly.
They don't cost. They're not costing them much to put them up.
Do you guys remember back in the day when we were kids? It was Channel 11 here in New York, but WPIX. They would put up video games for us to play. Like it was like around like 3:30 or so, and it was like it was like simple games that you had to have the fire button, and when you had to fire, you'd have to scream in the phone picks, and it used to be hilarious, but
and do that shit in rural Iowa.
No, they didn't do that in West Virginia.
No, I was even in Seattle. I don't remember that.
Wow, we had that here in New York. It was great. It was great because you win games and stuff. Win all kinds of stuff. It was pretty cool. If anyone out there remembers that, who's in New York or somewhere.
So when was that, the 70s or the 80s?
That was 80s. That was 80s when like 82, 83, when the whole Atari explosion was going on.
Right.
And I remember that because it was great for kids who didn't have an Atari. You were able to you could play your game on the TV while everyone is watching, because they would call one person up. It was great.
Wait a minute. So this was like a game show, or this? So they would.
No, it was in between. It was in between certain shows, like I'm trying to remember like a show back then now. was Transformers one of them?
Probably in the 80s.
Transformers, yeah, and stuff like that. In between all those, what's the word I'm looking for? In between those shows that they played in the afternoon, you know, where you were rushing home from school to get there to watch it, and then they would, you know, have the WPIX picks, you know, that you'd have to, you know, wait for their call because you'd have to send a card in with your name and stuff. You know?
Okay, so then they would draw a number.
They would draw a number and then call you, yeah, and you'd be all happy that they called, and you know
that would had to be just your TV station that was offering that stuff.
Yeah,
wasn't offered in my.
Yeah, not in my market either.
Wow.
Hey, all them good things happen in New York City.
Hey, you know.
Yeah. Well, I do think this is a neat idea. You can play these games on your remote, so you don't have to get a special gamepad or nothing like that. But it, like Roger said, it's simple. These are simple games that are older, that, you know, probably didn't cost them a lot. But I guess just trying to find that little edge to keep people. Because
next thing you know, they're going to start offering music.
Yeah. I mean, SlingTV.
You know, the table does put music there, but
you
know,
SlingTV is not too rough of a price point. I think that their low one used to be $20 or $25 for one of their package. They had a red and an orange, or a blue and an orange, 2 packages. One had more sports than the other, and so I think you could get both packages, I think right now, for close to $45 or $50. So that's, in the scheme of things, that's not that bad if you're a person that's not paying other things. So, it's a neat thing that I saw. It's kind of a neat, be able to play some video games. Our normal thing, or the last couple months, more AI talk. So what do you guys think about with this AI tool, the what's it called? Copilot? So I actually see it on my Windows 11, where Copilot creating photographs that are violent sexual images, and it ignores copyrights. What you guys think? I mean, this could, whenever we go into this AI stuff, it's the
wild west, man. It really is.
There is gonna be a shit ton of laws passed regarding AI in the upcoming future.
I'm not sure the laws are gonna do shit. I'm not sure you can regulate it.
They're gonna try and do something, I guarantee you. Put it this way: when they can start using AI to redo like political ads and crap like that, they can be blatant, whatever, fake. Then
I don't know how you put the toothpaste back in the tube.
They'll try.
Yeah, they'll try.
The genie's already out the bottle.
Yeah, I don't see regulation doing much. I mean, there'll be laws against shit, but they're still going to do it. There's laws against what we do, but we still do it.
It's always been that way. It'll always be that way.
No, we don't.
It's the yin yang. There's always the good side and there's always the bad side. It's like the internet. Anything.
I think there's just going to have to be tools that are very, very good at distinguishing things that are made with AI. That it'll just be like an add-on for your web browser that'll pop up and say, "Hey, this is created with AI technology. Be careful."
So it's going to have some type of a watermark or digital mark in it, so that your browser catches that.
Yeah, and then you're going to have to pay extra to not see that watermark.
Yeah.
You know?
And Putin's not going to follow any of those rules.
Nope.
And he'll flood our conscious minds with all kinds of AI shit that isn't true.
Yeah.
Well, with this being Copilot, the Microsoft's Copilot thing, so basically you can put in descriptions of what you're looking for in the Copilot software. I've never used it, but from what I read, that it will create what you're wanting. And one of the developers on the project is saying, hey, I've been talking about for 6 years that this is putting out some stuff that's really disturbing, and Microsoft, you need. And he wanted it to be pulled. He wanted Copilot to be taken out, to be shelved until it could be more appropriate, because of some of the imagery that it's creating. Some of it politically, some of it racist, some of it violent imagery. So his thing is this is taking it too far. Things that you couldn't do as a real person. Like here's some of the things on here, some of the descriptions. Depicted demons and monstrous alongside terminology related to abortion rights, teenagers with assault rifles, sexual images of women in violent situations, underage drinking, drug use, all these things generated in the past 3 months, reportedly through Copilot. So again, giving this tool that can generate whatever you're putting the info in, garbage out.
All these large language models, all of them end up being racist in the end. It just, all of them have so far.
Yeah. Well, I was watching a program. I can't remember what documentary I was watching just about a month ago. And it was talking about how our society and social media and all of this, how people say it's so out of control. It's always there outraging you. You're always seeing crap that, pisses you off, and you don't want to see that. But it was the documentary was talking about the algorithms that are created, and we stop to look at, the car accident on your browser. So you see there's a car accident, more people stop to look at it. So the browsers and the software says, oh, obviously you want to see more of that. The same thing with things that are politically firestorms, be it left or right. Those stories will be played more or being shared more because more people are looking at it and are outraged, either that they hate it or love it. But but the thing is our browsers and the software is just going to feed us that, because that's what we want to see. That's what we stop. And so it says, oh, obviously you want to see the dog or animal being killed because you stopped and stared at it. We got this many million people stopped. Now, how many of those people are disturbed by it? But the software says, oh, obviously they don't know if you were disturbed and that's why you stopped or you like it. So the software is just going to show you what you stop at. So same thing with this AI stuff. It's grabbing that imagery that you're asking about, because obviously it infuriates people. So that's what it gives you, because obviously that's what you think. The computer says, obviously that's what you like. More people click on that than anything else, so they must like it. So I'm just giving you what you like.
YouTube is doing it right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
You start watching YouTube, and I don't know, maybe you watch two episodes of a YouTube. Next thing you know, you open up your computer and you go on YouTube, bang, everything's there. You know?
Yeah. It's all an algorithm it's giving you what they think you want to see. And that's why with our internet, we blame all these social media sites, this and that, but obviously people go to it. And so the software site says, obviously people like this, so I'm going to keep giving you more. I mean, how many of those things that you have to hit, don't show me this anymore?
Yeah.
I mean, some, especially with like animals. I mean, I cannot stand seeing, and sometimes it's like shocking what you see. Like, the hell's that pulled up on my Facebook for? And if you don't click, don't show me this again, or don't show me less of this. Next thing you know, boom, there it is again the next day.
Yep.
What the hell? I mean, so I have started to use that, show me less of certain things, because I find even if I don't care about it, that I don't like it, I still see it because I guess maybe I paused long enough, like, holy smokes, how can somebody be doing this? Or how? And I guess because I paused long enough, it says, oh, obviously you want to see that. So I've started to use that, hit the little 3 dots, show me less, because I'm hoping Taylor Swift, and this is not something to fire people up, but Taylor Swift. So because Taylor Swift was all talked about, over the Super Bowl and this and this and this. So I guess I've read enough articles about Taylor Swift going to the Super Bowl and all that stuff like that. Then I started getting constantly them talking about Taylor Swift. Well, I ain't got nothing against the girl. I mean, or the woman. Kudos to her and the money she's making. I got nothing wrong with her. And she ain't my music, but you know what? I don't care. But I started getting, boom, Facebook after Facebook after Facebook of, oh, here's a Taylor Swift going on concert. Oh, Taylor Swift did this, Taylor Swift. I'm like, I don't care about Taylor Swift. I mean, so I had to go in. It's like, show me less so I can get that off of my feed. So I do like that they give you that option. I think people are going to have to use that more to then do it. But this kind of stuff with AI, I don't know. People put in what they're looking for. Say I want a teenager holding an assault rifle, and I type all that in there and search for it, or for it to create it. Kids are going to do stuff like that.
Yep.
I mean, I see the stuff that some of the high schoolers look at, and it's shocking. Some of the stuff that they'll look at on their phones. I'm like, what the hell are you even looking at this? I mean, this is so. But who knows? Genie back in the bottle. It ain't gonna work.
Yep.
Max, HBO Max is confirming they're gonna be doing a crackdown just like Disney and Netflix. Everybody else, because Netflix showed them that you can do it. Max is going to crack down on password sharing. So if you are sharing your password and your account information with some of your friends and family, you're probably going to find you're going to need to stream that down or get them off your account or get your own account, because that's going to be happening soon. So be expecting.
Now, I think the important part of this article is the transactional ads.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna really take root and take out, especially like Amazon and Prime. If they can serve up their ads and you just click on that ad and then it's at your house the next day, that's where you start making some serious cha-ching.
Yeah.
So
like an affiliate link. It says like an affiliate link. So if somebody clicks on it, well then they're getting that money as well, as even if it's coming from Amazon or somebody else.
Yeah. So I think the transactional ads is really going to be a next wave of streaming stuff that happens to a consumer. You're going to be hit with a Right Guard ad and click here, and Right Guard's at your house the next day.
Yeah. Well, you're going to see a lot of little kids ordering stuff while they have their hands on a remote and click, 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 click.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's going to remind me a little bit of, I think, a Blade Runner in some of those futuristic movies, where it was like, you're walking places. What was that one where, I can't remember. It was that movie where he's in the future, but where there's ads that are linked to you, like, hey, Jim, how's it?
Tom Cruise movie. What was
that? What was that one where they knew what you were going to commit a crime? Was it?
Yes. Yes.
So
with Sandra Bullock.
I think that that's coming, but it's going to be like in your browser or on your TV, not
on your phone.
And it's like boom. I mean, we already see it in some aspects, but you're going to see it more and more in that. It is. I think you're right. That transactional ads trying to sell you right at this point, or you're watching let's say you're watching a movie, and they have a Pepsi on the
exactly right,
and then. Boom, a little pop-up in the corner. Hey, would you like to order some 6-pack of Pepsi? Hey, guess what? Safeway's got them on sale right now. Click right here, and we'll, you can order it.
And once you do that once, then they know you like Pepsi, and they're going to Pepsi you to death.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That is. Yeah, I didn't even think about the transactional app. That's going to be. All right. Something I just got Windows 11 on that new computer, that little mini one that I got last week. I talked about. And so I got to use the Windows 11 subsystem for Android, which, to be honest, other than you have to jump through some hoops to get that installed, because Beach and Roger, you both installed this, didn't you?
Yeah. Yes.
And it is. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. Yes. Some apps work great. Some apps you will not ever get to work, no matter what you try.
Yeah.
And it is kind of nice that with Windows 11, for folks that we may be talking over you, Windows 11 offers an ability to install Android APKs. So you're able to install Android applications right onto the Windows operating system. Prior, you had to install via BlueStacks, which BlueStacks would be an emulator that would run on your Windows, and it would create a new window. So it would be an app, and then you can install the APKs Android on that particular program, but they weren't installed on your Windows device. When this subsystem allowed you to install the Android apps right on your Windows, so that you could go and you could just put the bookmark there, click it, and it would work. A few steps to go through to get the subsystem to be installed. Nothing super hard, but it would take you, it took me probably 20 minutes to read what I needed to do and actually install. But that they're talking about getting rid of that, which I kind of like the fact of being able to install those APKs on my system. I know I've got Smarters runs fine, but I know TV Mate struggle. You could never get TV Mate to work on that.
I tried for days to get TV Mate to work on Windows 11, and
It's just much easier to install BlueStacks.
Exactly. What took me 2 days of fiddling around, I just surrendered and just said, BlueStacks, here you go.
Yeah. And the downside of BlueStacks for me, and I'm sure you guys, is that it's a resource hog. So you're using the resources to run BlueStacks. Then you grab the APK and you put on there. And so to me, it was just inefficient. We're using more resources, using too much CPU that you didn't need to use. So installing it directly on Windows just made it simpler. But they're talking about they're saying so in 2025 they're going to get rid of it. I guess it was just too much hassle. They just got tired of it. Now, if you haven't something installed, I want to say it was in March of 2025. If you have something installed, it will continue to run. You just won't be able to install new items. So it's not going to stop your APKs that are previously installed from working. It would just, you cannot install new things.
You think you'll still be able to run BlueStacks?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's been running for.
Well, I mean, my theory is because they were using Amazon's App Store, and with Amazon making their own Vega OS system, which is Linux based, I figured that might have had a hand in why, I don't see Windows going to Google and say, "Hey, can we put your App Store on our Windows PCs?" No.
Yeah, I get you're probably right about that. Maybe Amazon's like, hey, we're not going to be pushing Android APKs much longer. We're going to be moving on. So I think you might be right that because they're all going to have to be tailored to that newer OS.
If I read in the article, what they said is, though, if you install it now, it'll still be supported, but you just won't be able to, install any new apps from Amazon after that date.
Yeah. So it's I did. Again, I'm late to the party on this because I just got Windows 11 on it. My main computer's not Windows 11, so I wasn't ever able to test this and use it.
Well, better go buy another one quick, so you can.
Yeah, I mean, honey, I need another computer with Windows 11. So,
you need it for a Plex server. She'll say okay.
Yeah, that probably right. That's all I gotta do. All right, so this is something. If you're a person that is using an Oculus and you install or you set up your Oculus via a Meta, you just went through the Oculus account. You didn't get a Facebook account. You just did it through the Oculus account. They are going to be purging those accounts. So if you have an Oculus, you're going to want to make sure to have it linked to a Facebook email. They're going to not support it if you don't have that Facebook email in there. So, and that was, to me, remember, because wasn't this like when they did this, wasn't it just kind of because it was, you had to have a Facebook account at first.
Yeah, I mean, at first it was you had to have a Facebook account.
Yeah.
Well, then it was like, no, you don't. Then it was, no, you can set up an Oculus account. You don't have to get a Facebook account.
Yeah.
So now you have to set up a Meta account because they're going to delete the Oculus account. And I'm like, make up your freaking mind.
Yeah, well, bait and switch, because they got people once you bought the Oculus now. So say any of the people that bought it because they're like, well, good, I got the Oculus account. I didn't want the Facebook account. Now you've got it. Now you're going to have to sign up for it. So it's like they kind of got you if you were trying to avoid it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you got to use the same email. That's the Facebook. You cannot use two different emails. So if you set up your Oculus account on one email, whatever that Facebook account has to be linked, or the Meta account has to be linked to that same email. It can't have two different emails. So that was one of the caveats that I saw in there that amongst the article. So this will happen March 29th. So you guys been warned. Sort your shit. Protect your neck, because you don't want to lose any apps. Because if you've installed apps and you bought all these apps, and they close your account, whatever you bought is gone. So you need to do it prior to the date.
A drug dealer gets shot for pulling some crap like that. That's just like so messed up. What, I can't change my name to what I would want it to be.
Yep.
Well,
I want to use a different email account.
99% of the apps in my Plus 2 are pirated, so I'm not too concerned.
All right. Before we go to the player pass part, so I don't know, Aubyns, did we have any real questions? I didn't know. I didn't see no star. Oh, there, something starred.
No, that was from. I think that one was for me.
Okay.
I just want to say, Joyce, what's up? I'm in Rosedale. All right. So she's close to me. I didn't know she was out there, but if you remember the WPIX thing going on, just let us know, so they don't think I'm crazy.
I know you're great.
We wouldn't think that.
Plus, you got Aubyns Site of the Week, which I got your wife all stirred up over one of those fake Telegram posts I made trying out his Site of the Week. Who do I have to kick out of here? Who do I have to kick out?
So, all right, you guys, my browser, I could not get that damn thing to install. Let me try it. Hold on a second. Let me try to grab that Site of the Week. Because on my Vivaldi, it was virus issues. Hold on, it kept. I don't know what was the malfunction. Vivaldi. It was constant. I kept getting pop-ups. And then it would give me McAfee, you got a virus. And I don't even have McAfee installed on this thing. So that's complete bullshit. Yeah. McAfee sees that you got all these issues, and it was like, the damn alarms and shit. I'm like, what the hell? It was just fake stuff. And so I actually had a lady at my work that got hit with one of those beekeeper warnings. Remember you guys?
Boy.
She got hit with it because she was talking. She goes, my computer's all messed up. And she goes, can you help me? And she's talking. I was like, well, what's going on? She's like, oh, it says it's in virus and that there's people from Russia trying to they're downloading my files. And she goes, I don't know what to do with it. And she was like all upset. I'm like, wait a minute, tell me And I'm like, that stuff is fake. It's fake. She goes, they're not getting my files. I was calling my friends. I'm all upset. I'm like, no, don't click yes. Don't call the number. Don't do it because I said it's BS. So she brought her laptop in today, and I went through it, and there was a couple crappy things that was on startup, some malware, and I got rid of the malware, and I'm like, you're gonna be fine, but stay away from those websites. Well, no, I think she got it. I think she said she got it from one of those watch movies and TV for free.
Yeah. Not as bad as a porn site anymore.
Yep. I said, those things have just tons of junk on them. I said, so I said, there's other options to watch. I said, protect your neck on that.
Yep. Tell her to watch The Beekeeper. Tell her to watch The Beekeeper.
That's what I told her. I said, if you watch The Beekeeper, it'll show you. Hold on. Let me.
But that's what she was using the site for. To go check.
Right.
So let me try to share this. Is this? Nope, not that one. This one? Yeah, I'll go to this one. Okay, so this is the one that was fakedetails.com. And so Auburn and Beach, you guys can talk about this particular website.
You want to say something, Dave?
No, I mean, when I saw this is I get bored. Like I said, it was raining here for 6 days, and I wasn't going out, so I was like, let me make a fake one. So I don't know if you guys saw it in the room when I posted it. I made one with the Player Pass logo when it was a conversation between two people that were bitching about the shitty pics on the in the Telegram room about the rotten pics that were on the wheel. Posted it, Blue, not knowing, sends a message to me like, who did that? Who do I need to kick out of the room? And I'm like, no, I'm just playing around. I was bored. This is Aubyns, da 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 da. So you can generate fake like Telegram posts.
Oh, here it is. Yeah, here it is. That generated Telegram chat.
Well, I mean, if you get you could just show them the link in Telegram of the one I posted to get your wife all fired up. But yeah, there's
it's convincing. It looks real.
Yeah, there's all kind of fake ones you can make for all different kind of things.
Was this did you do it in Player Pass or did you do it?
No, I didn't.
SM&M Pop.
S&M Pop show Telegram. But yeah, so if you want to make a fake post up, you can do it for all type of emails, messaging programs.
It's got the IMEI codes there also that you can use.
Might be handy to make fake doctor's notes for your work.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of dodgy crap.
Hold on a second. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me share this. Where's that?
Yeah, so there you go.
Try to see if I can make this.
Just click on it. Just click on it. Double click. Oh, it's not opening it.
Yeah, it's got it. That's as big as I got it.
Yeah, but I mean that's basically. It looks like I took a screen grab of a legitimate Telegram post, but that is something I made where I just say what one user is going to be called. I made it the Player Pass. I put the Player Pass logo in there. And I had the two conversations with myself, posted it. Blue saw it and wanted to know who the hell was it because she was going to kick him out.
Todd, just double click on it because it should open it up. No, it doesn't.
I just did double click. You got to double if make it bigger in the show.
Oh, okay, all right.
You have to
but anyways,
so all right.
If you want to play around and want to make some fake crap up, it's a good resource to go around and play with stuff.
Okay. All right. So we'll just go ahead and do our spin of the wheel and get going on our Player Pass, right? Because it's 6:03.
You wanna read off the movies?
Yep. All right. So let's see. We got the Book of Clarence. We got Rustin. Is that how you say it? Rustin?
Rustin.
Is that how it is?
So.
And
Yeah,
I'm assuming Andrew's talking about the original Dune, the Dune 1, because
I thought
Dune
we'd already
2.
watched that on the show.
No, we haven't.
We haven't.
I
Okay.
thought that
Not
last night. I had
especially the
Aubyns
original.
check the archives. He
Yeah.
said no.
Right. Okay. Well, if you have watched it and it does land on Dune, I want to change it to. Well, I'll just say the movie when we're.
No, you
if it-
tell us the movie ahead of time.
I know, but I just thought it on the way
I'm a
home.
New Yorker. You're not pulling that shit on me.
No, but you said you've already done Dune.
No.
No, I don't think
no,
it
we
has.
never did them.
No.
And which Dune are you talking about?
He's
you
talking
talking
the
the
last
first
one.
one?
The last one with Timothée Chalamet and Zendaya.
Oh, okay. Well, Dune, the only original Dune is the real Dune.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right. Okay. Well,
not this part one.
That was
bullshit.
before Andrew was born. He wasn't.
Yeah.
born.
Yep.
Yeah,
not
I know.
not this part one bullshit. Okay,
Because when Andrew said he wanted to see it last night, I had Aubyns, the keeper of the records, because I was like, Roger, like, didn't we all look? And he's like, hold on, let me look.
We must have just talked about it
we
after.
talked about it.
We
We
after
must have
the
just
fact.
talked about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I feel like we did watch it. You know,
I did too.
No.
But it's not. It wasn't a. Unless it was during that little break that we had, where a couple of episodes around Todd moving, but the movie wasn't. That's not when the movie came out.
Yeah.
I don't think we didn't play it. We didn't do it on Player Pass.
Right, we didn't.
I'll say. All right. So the other option is Poor Things, the new Color Purple, Swiss Army Man. Those are the movies, and it looks like all those are
relatively new.
Yeah, they're all
Yeah.
pretty new except for Dune. So, and some of them are up for the Oscars, which is going to happen this weekend.
Sunday. Yeah.
Swiss
All right.
Army Man won't be one of those.
Yeah. All right.
Which one?
Swiss Army Man will not be one of those.
No.
No.
All right. Let's roll. So, where we got to watch?
it's not me.
Color purple.
It's coming.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, damn it.
Good.
That
Let
sucks.
let the agony begin.
Ay,
God's
ay, ay.
sake.
Wow, we got to watch the new Color Purple for next week.
We're not on next week.
Waiting to hear the screams.
Yeah, at least we got 2 weeks to watch this piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll probably be getting a message from Blue tomorrow where she finds out she has to watch this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll make her watch it with me. So, yeah, she must not be in. She must have went downstairs. So,
Yeah.
yeah, New Color Purple. So we'll be watching that the musical. Maybe I'll be surprised. It won't be so bad. Maybe.
I mean, I've watched it. I want to hear other people's take on it.
Okay.
That's why I put it on the wheel.
Well, I haven't watched the first one, so what have I really loved this
What?
one? What's
Yeah,
Blue
you had.
going to say?
Okay.
We
Why
watched
have
it
you
on the
not
show.
the first one?
Color Purple was on Player Pass,
Yeah.
sir.
Yeah,
It was.
Blue picked that movie.
Yeah.
I didn't watch it.
Huh.
I didn't watch
We're
it.
gonna have to go back to the archives on that.
I think that was
Well,
when I
you're
had
gonna
a
have to watch them
hiatus.
both.
Yeah, he
You're
I
might
had a
gonna
have.
have to
hiatus
watch
from the
the
show then.
original one. Then
True.
you're gonna have to watch this one.
The original was awesome. Awesome.
You guys have got to remember, I'm the youngest person here.
Yeah, well,
Well,
So, all
learn
right.
from your elders.
Do you know what? I love every time I say that I haven't watched like a classic. Aubyns like, what?
well, it's disturbing to me sometimes.
He's
You
gonna
know,
get a
how
flight
do you go
over.
through life without seeing some of these movies?
Yeah, some of those
I've only-
it's classic.
I'm not even 40 yet, man. I've got time.
I watched all of those before I was 40.
Well, I've still got time. I'm not 40. I've still got time. I've got the rest of this year.
All right, let's go ahead. So, folks, we're going to roll over into Player Pass. We're going to do that where we're going to review Gigi and Nate. So we're going to go ahead and take a look. Let me throw us our intro for that show. Hold tight. Got just a few seconds. And away we go. So here we go with Gigi and Nate, and this part of our show is Player Pass. So we did it just like we did just a minute ago. It's a random movie from one movie's picked from each of us on the panel gets to pick a movie. The wheel spins and chooses the movie for the week. And this was Aubyns' pick.
Yep.
Gigi and Nate. And we're going to go ahead and toss it out there. You guys over in the side chat, let us know what you thought about this particular movie. And let's get rolling with Gigi and Nate. So what you guys think about this particular movie? Can't be Aubyns because he picked the movie. So we're going to let somebody else talk first.
Well, it was a Hallmark movie.
Amen.
Except there was no chick to fall in love with. He fell in love with a freaking monkey. So yeah, it's kind of a combination of Hallmark movie after school special.
Yep.
I wasn't a fan. Monkey's cute.
Monkey was cute. And did you wonder if the monkey was AI or like computer generated a lot of times?
At times.
Because the things
Well,
it
with
did,
the
I'm
hand
like,
movements, maybe sometimes.
It was definitely computer generated on some parts.
yeah, there was parts that I kind of was wondering, is it? It was like,
Well, there's like there's the at the end when it's like jumps on the tail. I think it's like when it's jumping around when the dog's chasing it and stuff.
Yeah.
I think all this stuff with like when it was actually interacting with them, I think that's probably a trained proper monkey.
yeah.
You could tell when it was CGI.
The best thing was last night when we were watching the movie, and I already let some of my feelings be known how I felt about it after watching it 2 times. So I'm on take 3 last night, and we're into it, and I hear out the side of my ear, Roger goes, "How much longer is left?" And Aubyns clicked it, and we were only 29 minutes into it.
At least
And
it was 3 hours.
he stole my line about being a Hallmark movie, because that's all I was saying last night in the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, all we need is a Hallmark movies for women to pop up, watermark to pop up. That would have been perfect.
And that was the exact words that Blue used when we were watching it. She goes, "I swear this is a Hallmark movie." That was her exact words, and we watched it just me and her. So we weren't even in the Oculus room, and so
Well, you might want to
100%.
have take Blue to be looked at a doctor. She's thinking like me and Rogers. Yes,
I know.
serious mental issues.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I didn't hate this movie. There's nothing inherently wrong with it. The acting wasn't horrible. The script wasn't horrible. There was some unbelievable shit because I don't think there's that many animal activists in the city of Nashville. I mean, if you're gonna have animal activists, set it in freaking California.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. San Francisco or something like that.
Because you couldn't get a half a dozen people to show up for animal rights in Nashville. You just couldn't. It's a cool town, but it's not a blue state.
Yeah.
It's pretty red down there. And I didn't even recognize that was Diane Ladd as the grandma until I was done with the movie and was looking at it in Plex when you can see who all starred in it. So, but I mean, like I said, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't care about love stories to begin with, and I especially don't care about love stories about monkeys.
Well, made a whopping $2.9 million at the theater.
I would imagine they paid Jim Belushi about that.
No, not Jim Belushi. No. They would have given Marsha Gay Harden money.
She was horrible. She was not good.
No, she was not good.
I
was pleasantly surprised by it, to be honest. I thought at the beginning, I did think, oh, it's got Hallmark movie vibes. But as it went on, I actually started to think it's okay. I didn't think it was terrible. I didn't think it was amazing. Like the whole story with like the activists and stuff, that kind of like all got pulled in right in the end of the movie, and it's like feel like that part of the movie was rushed. like trying to get the whole point across of like fighting for to keep this service monkey, and like they spent a bit too much time of like when they got the monkey, and then a lot of shots and scenes of like the monkey not like interacting with him or anything for too long. But then when he started creating a bond with the monkey, that's when I started to enjoy the movie a bit more. And I thought that Charlie Rowe, I thought he was all right. I thought he did a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Jim Belushi's not in it very much, is he? He's like big parts, isn't he? But
he was always on the road.
I didn't think it was terrible. It is strange because it does like you do get the Hallmarky, like maybe this could have been straight to TV movie, but I don't know. It's like it's one of the if it is like a Hallmark movie, it's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's hard. Like I was thinking about it last night. I was thinking like I did think it was okay. I did think it was decent. And that I was thinking about the whole play or pass thing, whether you would recommend it to somebody, and I was like, I wouldn't jump out me. I wouldn't jump at the chance to go. I'll go watch this movie. But you know what? If you had if you're having like a lazy Sunday afternoon or something like that, then you want something like a nice heartfelt movie or something to watch. Like this wouldn't be bad to put on.
If your kids were sitting there with you, you got young kids, so if your kids were sitting there,
but they have no attention span.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I think for me when I was watching this. I was thinking about for me and some of the kids that I work with at the school, they would probably love this because they would be enamored with the monkey.
Monkey's cute as shit.
You know,
forget all the other shit. They would just want to know about the monkey.
This would actually be the perfect movie to play in like a school, like in a class, like as a part of a lesson or something like that. Yeah, the kind of movie you'd play, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and that's
not
where
terrible though. Definitely not. I've definitely seen worse, like higher budget movies than this.
True. I mean, it's a feel good, with some sad.
Just like the message gets a little bit lost. I think if the tide that if it feels like obviously it's like low budget, so probably didn't get enough time to piece and the writer probably wasn't the best writer. Not that I can say anything. I'm not like a professional movie writer or anything like that, but like it just feels like they could have tied the story in a bit better. And if they did, maybe it might have been a bit more globally accepted. Like 6.7 is probably round about the high end of what I would give it.
I think it's fair. That's fair.
2-hour runtime was a little long for it. I think it could have used a little heavier editing. Got it down to like an hour and a half would have been better.
Well, that's what I was thinking as well, Roger. Because it's nearly 2 hours, I would have thought they could have like pieced the story together a bit better. But I think they wasted quite a lot of the story trying to show, the monkey hasn't quite bonded with him yet, and then there's just a lot of that.
Well, I mean, they could have cut the whole thing just when he jumps into the thing, and I mean, there's a lot they could have edited with the lake, the whole thing going boating, and they could easily save 20 plus minutes by cutting some of the unnecessary stuff out.
I think that would have helped the movie a lot. Really,
yes.
For myself, this is the second time I watched this movie, and I think I liked it even better on the second time around because I base myself on the relationship between a human and an animal, because if anybody likes animals, like I like cats. I know 2 people that have service dogs, and how special these animals are to them. Like one of my friends, he has a service dog, and he takes it down to Florida every year, and the dog gets his own seat on the plane. He gets special services like that. But I asked, people like this, like in the movie, he says, if it wasn't for Gigi, I wouldn't be there. Mm-hmm. These people that I know, that you take their service dog away, it'd be the same thing. Mm-hmm. The dogs keep them going, So on the aspect, of animal lovers that love animals, I highly recommend this movie.
Well, to be your counterpart, somebody who is in a wheelchair, and as I stated last night, when I was in rehab, the subject was brought upon me about potentially getting a service animal. And my response was, well, if you get me a monkey, I'll teach you how to deal cards and mix drinks. then I'll take one.
No, your monkey would be like a right grimy, scruffy monkey with a flat cap and a cigar.
Smoke cigars. His monkey would definitely smoke cigars.
I'd have him wearing a visor, sunglasses, smoking cigars, and drinking scotch.
It would be, you know what? It would be a right piece of shit.
Yeah,
and such a piece of shit.
I would have that monkey trained to flip people off, so I didn't have to do it. I just look at the monkey so it could flip people off. But no, seriously, that subject was broached upon me when I was injured, and I turned it down. No, I did not want one. And like Eddie, I know people who have them, and they come in handy. But just the movie, it just moves so freaking slow. Slow.
It's only 2 hours, guys.
It's like
there's a difference. There's a big difference between a 2-hour movie that moves, the plot story moves along, and a 2-hour movie that freaking drags.
Yeah, it's like the second half of the movie.
And I, like Roger, I voted pass on this. I watched it the first time. And even though I passed on it, I watched it a second time to see if there was maybe something it would grow on me, because that has happened to me. The first time I watched the movie, I hate it. The second time, I'll change my mind. But after 2 3/4 of watching this, it just moved too freaking slow.
I don't know who I would recommend this to. There's no one that I would tell to watch this movie. So that's why I have to give it a pass.
What a couple of miserable old bastards, you two.
I know.
They are.
Hey, you can't call me a old bastard. I'm in a wheelchair. So
these guys hate monkeys. That's what it is.
They hate monkeys.
Hey, the beach. In the United States, they like service animals. They have to wear like a special, attachment.
Yeah,
what they'll
do is they put a little vest on it and it says service animal, just so as people know it's not a pet. So like when you go in the store, so they know not to have people come up and try to scratch it. That it's actually there. It's doing a purpose, doing a
But
job.
in this movie, if Gigi would have had a vest on, would it have changed the aspect of the movie?
No. That woman felt that monkeys weren't.
She was against monkeys.
She was just animal rights activist.
Yeah, she thought they were being mistreated.
To be honest, it didn't really need the animal rights activist, because it probably would have got the monkey taken off him when that whole thing went viral with him taking it to the party.
Was drinking
booze.
And
that's what when I told Blue, the monkey sticking his hand in the drink, I'm like, it's drinking beer. And I mean, first of all, the people that are drinking that beer after the monkey, I'm sorry, that can't be sanitary.
No.
And then the monkey drinking or licking its paws, I'm like, that's all kinds of wrong there. But
here's the thing: if you know somebody who likes Hallmark like movie, or Lifetime movies and stuff, this is right up their alley.
That's
this
why
is the perfect movie for somebody who likes that genre of film. Because, this movie is a perfect fit for them, or like Todd said, a family movie. Yeah. I just don't know anybody I know personally, that sort of thing.
That's me.
Recommend a movie.
You know me. You know me. That's the thing. I used to work and do movies for Hallmark.
Well, if we used
Aubyns, we would have to play. We would have to put play for every single movie. It wouldn't say, we know one person we could recommend it to.
1%.
You have to go back in the archives and see if Aubyns ever given a movie a pass.
I'll pull them up.
Child 44 he didn't like.
Did he pass on the Harry Potter?
That was my movie.
That was his Child 44.
That was his pick.
No, I think he might have passed on mine. He might have passed on Faculty.
No.
Oh, I don't think you like my Harry Potter one with guns.
He was guns. That one was funny.
Oh, it's because he's got a thing against Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, I do.
He's got a thing
have
against Specky kids.
the guns
Well, that's
akimbo.
why-
The guns akimbo. I thought was ridiculous. I couldn't tell anyone to watch.
Oh, that was good fun, that man. That was fun.
And Jim, I don't think anybody liked Wonder Woman.
Oh no!
Oh gosh.
I did.
Yeah.
I
That
like
Yeah.
the 1984 one that we.
I didn't really like that one.
Yeah, 98, and that's the one that Todd tries to make out it was a panel pick, but he pushed it.
All right, well, we'll get off of that subject. Let me go jump on my Gigi. All right, so as I said, Gigi would I definitely, as everyone says, a Hallmark type of movie. I could recommend this to families, as the guys had said. If you're a pet lover and you like those cute little pets and monkeys, you're gonna like this movie. Yes, it does moves kind of slow, but it is a feel-good movie. You're going to have a good feeling. You're going to have parts where you kind of get choked up. There's parts that you get a little welly-eyed from a couple of the parts in this, but then there's the parts that really make you smile. I also gave it a one good point. Again, it was in North Carolina, and I thought that I was like, "Oh, that's a plus for me." So I can see me recommending this to certain people, not a large section of people, but people with kids that like to watch that kind of cute little monkey things, and the monkey's kind of funny at times. So I can see certain people liking this. It would not be something I would watch by myself again. I would not choose to watch this, but I could find a small group of people that I could recommend this, and I think that they would like it. It is not a bad movie. I think it's just, who can you recommend this to? I think that's where the guys said that, who can you recommend it to? They couldn't find it. So I think certain people are going to really, really like this and find it cute and adorable. And the monkey's cute. I thought that the monkey showed how it gave that kid purpose to live. And he says that in it, purpose. And the monkey, I thought was cute when the monkey would put something down, the guy had to reach, he had to keep reaching, and it would move it a little bit farther away. So he had to reach farther. So the monkey, it was cute. I don't know how true that.
You can't teach that.
Yeah,
you can't. But these animals do things like that.
But do they really?
Yeah.
But really? But all right. So this is my point. One of the things I wanted to bring up before I'll give it to Aubyns after this. It talked about 300 people were injured by monkeys in 20 years. Ain't that what the stat she gave?
Yeah.
300 people were injured in 20 years by these types of monkeys. Mm-hmm. And she says that's why we have to not allow people to have them in your homes. And I said to Blue, what's the stat for people mauled by a dog in 20 years? I said, if that's the rule, if that's the standard, that this many people, 300 in 20 years, that's not a lot. And I said, if that's the standard, then no one's allowed to have a dog.
Yeah.
What about cats?
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that, because there's a breed of dog that is getting banned in the UK, the XL Bully. That has actually caused a couple of deaths in the last year.
What kind of dog was that again?
XL Bully.
It's
like a pit bull type dog. I think.
But we could. All right, so that there are breeds that get singled out. But even if you don't even single out, can we say a German Shepherd? How many people have been hurt?
More than 300 a year.
More than in 20 years.
Yeah.
It's 20 years. I was like, what? I would have told her that stat up when she said that. I'm like, how many is that a year? Like 1, 2?
But also,
sense.
he already did tear us that up, because she said it's like pet monkeys, and he's like, it's not a pet; it's a
So
service animal. It's
Yep.
trained to look after.
So, it
Uh,
didn't make any sense. But all right. So that was me. What do you think,
Okay.
Aub?
First
before
off,
we go on, somebody in the side chat said it was based on a true story.
Yeah, I didn't see. I looked at the end. I wasn't sure if that was a true story.
No.
No?
It was based on some events. What I read on Google was it was kind of based on the movie was based on the story of the company that does service animal training and
Okay.
stuff. Yeah, that's what I read.
Leon made a good point in the chat there. There is more dogs as pets than there is monkeys, so the stat is going to be higher.
Yeah, okay, but
Not to shit all over your point there, Todd, but
whatever. I still think it's bullshit.
it is. It is. I agree with you.
like I was saying, I did movies for Hallmark when I was working, and so I like movies like this. I like so many different types of movies, as you guys know. I thought that people would like it. You guys have have no hearts, I guess. I thought I was the worst one of the four horsemen here.
Well, I'm not an animal person.
I know that.
Can I just quickly point something out?
Yeah, go ahead.
It says right there on the poster, inspired by the true story.
Okay.
Just for
Okay.
It says
Inspired.
by a true story, but you can't find anything.
Not based on,
than
inspired. It's still the same thing.
So there was a guy that had a monkey.
That had a monkey. So,
It's
so
fine.
now
Everything else
guy who spanks his monkey.
So we're saying Kong is inspired on a true movie.
He teaches him to do that for him.
Yeah, the monkey's gonna spank his monkey.
Yeah. Spank it for him. I really like this movie. I thought it was it gave me a great feeling.
Mm-hmm.
The whole thing about like how people have to go. You have these people are going to say, "Oh, well, this animal is gonna hurt somebody," or that you're forcing this animal to work. But it was just like you watch this, Gigi, and see that's the look on his face of how he wants to help. He wanted to help him.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's what these animals do. Any animal, even if not that it's a service animal, but like if you have a dog or a cat, they know when you're not feeling right. You know what I mean? And they come up to you. These animals have feelings like we do. As crazy as it may sound. But I like I said, I fell in love with this movie. I don't think I didn't feel it as a Hallmark movie, because a Hallmark movie isn't gonna really show the bad side of stuff. Everything in a Hallmark movie is hunky dory and great. It wasn't in this, because the only way he was able to keep his monkey was he had to move. You know what I mean? Most people couldn't do that. I don't know what kind of work Belushi was doing in this movie.
He's a drug dealer.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
They weren't hurting for money,
right?
Because that conversion of the room they made for him, and
Right.
I mean, put this way, I would have liked the movie better if at the end they would have said, "Look, fine, you keep your monkey, but when it's out in public, we want it to wear like a Hannibal Lecter mask and put it in a straight jacket." Then that would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
We'll say it was strange how they waited till they went to the court, and then they waited till the monkey was taken off them, and then they went, "Oh, wait a minute, we could just move here. We could move here and have the monkey there."
Next state over. I mean, not even like moving.
Yeah, right. To the same the cottage type house where they are at the beginning of the movie.
Right. Yeah. Wasn't that the same place?
Yes.
Or not?
Yes.
They try to sell it.
Yeah.
So all right. right. So you have any? Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No. I'm good. Like I said, I hope you people will, give it to other people to see how they like it.
Well, one of the best parts of the movie was when the grandma, she's in the basement with her daughter, and she's looking at all the old pictures, and then she hands her a pamphlet for an announcement in the magazine, and she turns around and says, "They're legal in North Carolina."
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Grandma was the best part of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was funny.
I thought Grandma, her acting, she was funny.
Where did she keep the liquor?
Right.
Yeah,
Diane,
where's the vodka?
Diane Ladd used to be a hottie.
Oh yeah. You know who her daughter is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, all right, let's go ahead and vote on this so we can toss out some other TV shows and stuff that have popped up this week. Gives us a little bit of time. So if you've not watched the show before, this is where we do if you say play or a pass. So play means you would recommend this to somebody. You could say, hey, I know people that they would like this movie, so that would be a play. Pass means, hey, I can't recommend this to anybody in clear conscience. I'm going to feel guilty by doing it. So we're going to run through the panel as well as you folks over on the side chat. And we'll start with Andrew. You give this a play or pass? Gigi and Nate.
I give it a play.
Okay, play. What about the beach?
Pass.
I didn't the other.
He said he called you a snowflake. Let's see. Eddie, play or pass?
It's a play for me.
The play. Roger, the pet lover.
It's like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's not a horrible movie. I just don't know anybody I could recommend it to. So
You're turning more and more into the beach.
Okay, you keep referring to Roger as a pet lover. You got to remember, Roger's used to slaughtering animals
I know.
on a farm.
I'm being sarcastic. I know how
When
much.
he's talking about loving animals, he's loving how they taste after you.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when we were talking about dogs, and he's like, "Dogs, they're outside. That's a tool that we use. When you're done, come on." I mean, I'm like, "Oh, they're at your house," and Roger's like, "What do you mean?"
Clarice, have you heard the lambs crying yet?
Sorry, go ahead, Aubyns. Play or pass for this, bro.
It's a play for me.
All right, and I gave it a play, but I gave it a soft play again because I know some people that I could recommend this to some of the kids at my school.
Give it to the kids. It's
I will.
Yeah,
We are, and hey, Aubyns, I'll let you know once we, because it gets later in the year, the kids will watch more movies because they'll get done with their work and they'll start feeling. But I'll let you know.
Yeah.
What the kids think. Now, I know that the kids like it because anytime, especially monkeys or pet, like they love those kind of things, and they're probably never going to watch this, so I can say that they'll watch it. So, so what do we got? 3-3? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No,
You have
4 to,
yeah, it's 3-3, wasn't it?
no,
play.
2 of us. You only me.
4 play. Oh,
4-2.
so 4 plays, 2 passes.
And then 7-4 in Telegram.
7-4. So
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, then I guess we're giving it one of these.
it's a play.
The opinions of Aubyns is not represented to all of the panel members.
Well, all I have to say is before you show this to the kids at school, make sure they have all taken their ADHD drugs, so they're nice and freaking trilled and out.
Oh Lord! All right, so so that's what we have. So in 2 weeks we'll have to watch Color Purple. So 2 weeks from now, Color Purple. So this is where we'll open up the floor to whatever we're going to talk about. Everybody, go ahead.
I think before we do that quick, Red out there, he had WPIX, so maybe he might have known, but he uses it now to cover the Yankee games because that's where you do get.
Okay.
But
Also, gentlemen, before you carry on, I'm gonna have to dip because I'm at work tomorrow.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I gotta get up at 5.
Yeah. Who won?
Maybe I'll watch that in bed. Hopefully it'll be over quick.
They haven't even walked out, Andrew. They're not even.
Oh,
Yeah,
they haven't
they're not
walked
even
out.
in the ring yet.
All right, good,
maybe,
good. We got time. Got time.
Maybe
maybe I'll
they'll
watch it tomorrow.
It's round 8 of 12 of the fight before it, so they still got
Yeah.
it.
Okay, so
I'll have
that's
to watch it tomorrow then.
Francis
amazing.
Nagano.
Yeah.
Have a good one, Andrew.
Andrew.
Been
Talk to
going
you later.
on since 10 a.m. this morning.
Yeah. It's like a UFC event. Look at that, 6 hours.
It's like 7 p.m. UK time. 10
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
10. Yeah, it's like 5 p.m. I don't know. These are better times for the UK fans anyway. You guys get all the good times. So
Yeah.
time you started
Yeah.
watching stuff at stupid
True.
o'clock.
That's
Yeah.
because we're on this side of the pond, you know?
Come on over.
Yeah.
You got your own
Come on
stuff
over.
to watch over there.
No, it's all going to Saudi now. You'll have to
Yeah.
live what we've been living with for the last
The Saudis.
10
yeah.
to 20 years.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys can stay up till midnight.
That really kills us, the Saudi
Yeah.
stuff, because it's
That won't
so
affect.
early.
That won't affect
It's-
Roger and
it's-
Aubyns.
No,
Yeah,
they're
it's
up
not
all
going
night.
anywhere. Not
For
going
me,
anywhere.
Todd, and Eddie
So
is
much
a
money.
different story.
Anyway, gentlemen,
All right.
good night. I will
Peace
be
out.
watching True Detective. I'm watching True Detective this weekend. I promise.
All
I'm
right,
watching
cool.
it, starting it this
You'll enjoy
weekend.
it.
Okay, good one, Andrew.
See you
Yeah.
later, guys. Bye.
Later.
All right, so TV shows or movie suggestions or
I got a TV show that I just started yesterday.
Okay.
It's called The Gentleman.
Oh yes, I was going to
Yeah.
mention that.
Mhm.
Saw one episode.
Oh yeah, I think this is going to be good.
Yeah, well, it was after the movie we watched here
Yeah,
on the
it's
show.
yep. It's if you like the movie, you're going to like this, right?
Yeah,
I didn't like the movie.
No,
Maybe
you
you're
didn't
not going to
like
like the show.
It was an action movie, wasn't it? If I remember
No,
right.
that was one with the
Not
what's
really.
the
I
name
mean,
was in it?
there
No,
was some in it, but not. It wasn't heavy action.
right.
Maybe
It
I don't
was-
remember the right movie.
It was
then.
with what's
Yeah.
his name? Todd's
Matthew
boy.
McConaughey.
McConaughey.
Matthew
Matthew
It
McConaughey.
had a big cast.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
did have
yeah,
a big cast.
Yeah.
With
I
the
don't
weed,
remember it.
remember? They had
There-
all that weed.
They were growing weed
Yeah.
under the ground.
Matt
in
McConaughey,
don't remember
Colin
it.
Farrell, Jeremy Strong.
You don't remember it?
I
Dockery.
don't.
Guy
Wow.
Ritchie is the director of it, so it's a Guy
Yeah.
Ritchie movie. So it's it's
Hit or miss for me.
yeah, it's you got to like it or not. I mean that
Yeah.
little snappy dialogue.
I don't.
I mean, the dialogue. That's
So
good dialogue.
yeah, well, I mean, yeah, some people are gonna like that and some people aren't. So you liked it, Ed. I liked it. Not I watched an episode.
I liked it.
The TV show.
I'm trying to
Um,
see.
Have you, Auburn? You watched more than one episode, or
Oh no, I didn't watch a TV show yet.
Oh,
It's on
okay.
my list to watch. I'm sorry about that.
The Gentleman?
Not anywhere near as good as the movie.
Oh, yeah, nowhere near a good movie, but it's still a good TV show.
I'll
So
tell
far.
Blue what she has to watch. The next Blue
Oh.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, you're downstairs. Guess what we got to watch?
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, did you?
Mhm.
Yeah. You excited?
You're welcome,
More
Blue.
than jeez. Dave says you're welcome.
He did that on purpose, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, the color purple.
I wonder if you guys watched this movie when I had COVID, because I have not seen this Gentleman movie.
Oh,
Wow.
Wow, we did that. That was a low player pass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've
I'm
not
trying to
seen
look
this
it up
movie. I will
here.
watch it though, because I am a Matthew fan.
It's good. It's a good movie.
I love the movie. I've seen it probably 4 times, 5 times. I mean, Matthew McConaughey's in. I like that, of course, but he's just snappy, and the dialogue to me is just funny. But yeah, this show.
Well, I mean, it's a movie Colin Farrell's actually good in.
Oh, true that too. Colin Farrell's funny in it.
I like Colin sometimes.
Well, that's that you said the key word there. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's really bad. Sometimes he's good. This time he was good.
What about Shogun? How many of you guys watched?
Haven't started
that?
it yet.
I didn't
Wait
start
for a
it yet.
couple more.
I've
Two
had
episodes.
2 episodes here too.
Yeah, I think we may be 3 episodes in it. Blue forced me to go ahead and start it. I wanted to wait, and she was like, "Well, you're either going to watch it with me or you're just going to watch it without me because I'm starting it." So I went ahead. We watch it, and it is good. You will have to read
A lot.
And because there's only some of it in English, but the only thing that the Blue mentions, and I think that her and I talked about, and she is correct. The leading actor, this John Blackthorne guy, Comos Jarvis, Cosmo Jarvis. His dialogue is so hard at times to understand
Because of an accent?
He's American, and now he's trying to use
a British accent.
Yeah, but some of the way he mutters it.
But he's supposed to be Portuguese.
No, he's not. He's not supposed to be
English.
Portuguese because the Portuguese are the Christians, the Catholics. So he's like a pirate-ish from the UK.
Okay.
But sometimes you almost need subtitles for him because I only had the subtitles on for when they were speaking Japanese. And and I know Blue, how many times she said to me, "What did he just say? What did he just say?" I'm like, I don't know. He's muttering. So that's the only downside. And she said, we watched episode 3 today. She goes, I don't know if I'm going to be able to latch on to this guy. she goes, ugh, hopefully he gets better. And I'm like, well, maybe.
He's playing Richard Chamberlain's character, who all the ladies loved Richard Chamberlain back in the 80s before they found out, before he came out as gay. Yeah. And then they were all crushed after that, you know?
Well, I talked to my kids about Shogun, and they said it's going to be another Game of Thrones.
Yeah, they're talking about having another season of it right now.
Yeah, they are.
They spent a lot of money on it. This is not a
cheap show.
So, is it Netflix? Hulu.
I thought it was
Hulu.
TV.
No, it says Hulu.
So it's ABC.
FX production.
Yeah.
But it's the costumes in it beautiful. I mean, they are beautiful. So I mean, if you're into that, it's definitely something to watch if you're into that stuff.
Well, I think it's starting today. Gold Rush Whitewater.
Yeah.
Is that the one with the last one that Fred filled out, or is he died before?
I think Fred died before the season was filmed.
Okay, so there's going to be a kind of a hard first episode then.
Yeah. I on my Plex the Dakota Fred special just downloaded on my Plex the other day. He sat down for an interview like a month before he died. So if you're a Dakota Fred fan, look at my Plex. There's an episode for you there, Ed.
What's the name of it?
It's the story of Dakota Fred is what it's called, but it's in the specials section.
Special section?
Yeah, of Gold Rush. Yeah, Whitewater.
Well, one series I think Roger and I both were disappointed with was The Regime that just came out last Sunday.
Yeah. I'm. Should I be happy I didn't watch it yet then?
Probably, Aubyns. I'm not sure.
Yes,
I'm not sure I'm gonna finish it.
All right, then I won't start it.
I'm hoping it gets better, but I mean it's
weird.
Roger and I were talking about it. It's weird, and for normally when a new show comes out, the premiere episode, you really want it to be good, and it was. Both of us were about ready to turn it off after the first 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I stuck it out. It did get better. But it just...
Yeah, I guess it got better. It's still weird.
Yeah, I just I'll watch it next week and see what happens.
Okay, did you guys want to watch it in big screen or?
Yeah, we might as well try.
Okay.
That way we can at least...
What day is it coming on?
Sunday night.
Sunday night. Sundays at 9.
Right after the Curb.
Okay.
No,
so
it
comes on
are you watching Curb?
It comes on before Curb.
Oh, okay. Before Curb? Okay. Well, I'll watch Curb with you boys, even though I don't. Okay, I'm not a normal Curb.
I love Curb. I love Curb. It's so damn funny.
You guys into BMF?
Yes.
Okay.
The first episode was good.
Okay, there's something going on up here in where I'm living. There's a dispute between the Hells Angels and a group called BFM, Blood Family Mafia. Okay, this is a true story. There's a war going on between the two of them. But the BFM, they're using the same logos that the BMF have around their necks, on their chains.
They're wearing. No, wait, this other crew is wearing chains.
They're wearing chains instead of having BMF on it, it's BFM.
That's really weird.
And they're fighting against the Hells Angels. They're trying to take the monopoly of the drug war.
Mm-hmm. Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Exactly. And this week, Big Brother Canada started this week. They changed. They don't have live feeds of it anymore, so it's a produced reality show. So I'm not. I mean, I'm still watching it, but I'm protesting.
I can imagine.
Not able to watch inside the house, know what's going on.
Right. So now you get to see what they want you to see.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's bad.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that format. But it's an English. It's an English language Big Brother, so I'm going to watch it. And Celebrity Big Brother UK started this a couple of days ago as well.
Okay, I got to check out that Deal or No Deal.
Yep, that's not bad.
Pretty good.
I did watch a few episodes of Constellation. I'm on the fence. I'd give it right now. I give it about a 6 because I can't. I can't quite figure it out. I don't know what the hell's going on.
Is that one Apple TV?
Huh?
Is that one Apple TV? Is that the one Apple?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it's got aspects of it that I'm like, oh yeah, this is kind of cool. But there's other aspects I'm like, what? So I'll continue to watch it. Right now, I give it about a 6.
How many episodes you done?
Let's see.
There's not that many out yet. There's only 4 or 5 out.
5 episodes.
Yeah. March 12th. Yeah, so 5 episodes are out. I think I am 4 episodes in. Yeah, Left Hand of God. I've watched it, so I haven't watched the last episode. But
It's just weird.
Yeah.
And it's not a good kind of weird.
Yeah. I'll continue to watch it, but I'm not thrilled so far. It's like, okay. All right, I'll keep plugging along.
So anybody watch this Argyle?
That's on my list this weekend.
That's the new movie, Argyle. Yeah.
It's on my list to not watch.
Oh, is it? Why? Because it has another animal in it?
Yeah.
It's got a cat in it.
Yeah.
Roger don't like animals.
The only good thing with cats is they kill mice.
Yeah.
If it's not working, you don't care about it.
Right.
If it all my animals have jobs.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Was there any TV shows that anybody else over on the side chat? Because I have this window open. Leon said Shogun liked it. I was looking to see if anybody else had any. Okay, sorry. When I have this other window open, I don't see what people are chatting.
Yeah, I was looking out there.
Yeah, I'll watch Argyle. I'm not stoked for it. Tonight, while we were doing the show, I'll be finding because Blue was watching Damsel, so I will find out about that. My son watched this Ricky Stensky and said it was great. He says you got to watch it. So
which one, Ricky?
Ricky Stensky, Zac Efron.
Yeah, my son.
Yeah, Zac Efron.
You got to watch it. He says you got to watch
comedy?
it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's a comedy. Zac Efron does comedy pretty freaking good.
Yeah, he does. He does.
So my son's like, you have to watch this. So yeah,
I'll give that a shot.
I'll give it a shot from his recommendation. We did watch Dune. Hey, look at obviously it's trending. We watched it just the other day.
So pretty. It's a pretty movie.
Oh, beautiful. We watched it downstairs. We went downstairs to watch it on the big TV, turn it up loud.
Well, we can blame that because last night Auburn was having problems in big screen, and they started talking about Dune, him and Andrew and Quick, and then basically that turned into that's what Andrew wanted his new movie choice, Dune.
Mm-hmm.
This Zone of Interest. I actually had
that one
work. It was good.
Yeah, so do I. They said that one was pretty good. We'll see what happens with the Oscars on that one.
It's about Auschwitz.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said it was pretty good. She says it's disturbing though.
Yeah,
and them getting hearing about the premise of the movie. I'm like, yeah, I guess that would be disturbing.
That little blurb there sounds disturbing as hell.
So I'll watch it just to, because she says you really don't see any of the Auschwitz stuff though. You're not. It's not like focused on that. So we'll see. I'll check it out. I'll let you guys know next week at some point when we sit down and watch it.
Yeah, but you're not going to be there next week.
No, well, I mean, I'll see you in Telegram. I'll post it in Telegram what I thought, because I don't know if it's going to be on the. Is it on the wheel?
I don't believe it's
Zone of Interest. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not on there yet.
Okay.
I'm previewing another foreign language film to see if I want to put another fully subtitled pick on there.
Fuck! I gotta get new glasses before you get one of those, because it's hard to read all that.
Hey, I pull those weird gems out, these foreign language films, and they have been highly reviewed and liked.
So yeah, you have picked some good ones.
Cast
Diamonds in the rough.
Cloth.
All right. Before we close out of here, guys, what
was a TV show? Was it a movie?
It's a movie.
It's a movie. Okay,
it's a movie.
No, because I was looking for it. That's what.
Yeah.
I thought if you want, we can mention the Oscars is Sunday, so folks.
Yeah, 7 p.m. Eastern.
So check out the Oscars and find out how many awards Oppenheimer and the Moonflower thing can win. Yeah, it's gonna win a bunch. Both of them.
Well,
everybody's
if
got
there's an award for the longest boring ass movie, there you go. I give it the award now.
So we have a few sports on this weekend.
Well, tonight we still have the fight. I guess we'll jump into that from here. I guess
Joshua versus Nagano.
Yeah, Nagano. Anyone see it? Has anyone got it going right now?
The fight before it just got over.
It just ended.
Okay.
It just ended.
All right.
So they'll be coming to the ring soon.
Okay. Yeah. So
let's get out of here. Walkout.
Right. 10 knowing them. And
UFC.
UFC is
$299.
Yeah, $299. I think it's gonna be better than 300. That's for sure.
Yeah, Sugar Sean.
I think he's gonna lose.
He's gonna lose. Yep. Your boy is gonna get hurt in the ring.
I hope he wins but you think again. I've liked Sugar Sean from the beginning, but also he's a personality that UFC needs a personality, and he is a polarizing mouth.
They need killers to go out there and hurt people. Okay, forget that personality. Let me look like Bozo.
Personality sets people. It gets people in this, but he runs his mouth, and I mean,
I know,
and that's what that gets people to buy and get their butts in the seats.
But they're not taking. Dana's not taking the guy who's quiet, who would say basically kill the guy in the ring. You know what I mean? I don't care about Mr. Flashy. Oh, I could say all this, that, and the other thing in the ring. You know, I want to see killers in there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So I mean, speaking of idiots, anyone that will pay for the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, and people will pay.
Netflix.
And I just why?
Yeah, it's a Netflix deal.
It's a Netflix.
I know, but people, it's just you got to be kidding me. It's just.
Yeah. For the folks down south, we've got the UNC versus Duke on Saturday. UNC has already won one of them, and hopefully we beat them the second time. Then the ACC tournament starts in March Madness in just a couple weeks. So, and actually, I found there's people here that actually getting hyped up for March Madness. Actually, they even have one of the teachers. They have a pool going on, a bracket. So I was like, oh, brackets. Brackets. I get to do some brackets just to make it fun. You know?
It's like I'm back in America.
Back in America.
America.
You know, there's some type of catch to that, right? You know.
Well, if I lose, and with brackets, it's so much luck to that, anyways, because teams get knocked out. So if I don't do well, it's not going to look good for me. I at least need to have a decent finish. I don't need to get blowed out from the start. So fingers crossed when I start going through and doing my brackets, which I got a couple weeks before that starts. So
just tell me your wife picked the team.
I let Blue pick it. I picked.
She likes their uniforms. I had to pick it.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Any other big sports going on, bro?
I don't think so.
Really.
All right.
Not really.
Well, we're right at 2 hours, so we'll go ahead and crank it out of here. Let you guys get over and watch the Nagano fight.
Yep.
And
there's also another fight. I put it in the Oculus room before. The LFA 178 is on tonight. It's 10 o'clock Eastern.
Okay. All right. So, Eddie, you got anything to say before we head out of here?
Yeah, good show tonight. And Dabs, enjoy your prime time, family time with your dog.
Oh, thank you. I hope to. Beach.
I'm going to get off here and go spank my service monkey.
What are you going to call it?
Hey, Beach. The check's in the mail. All right. What about you, Roger?
Thanks for the invite as always. Had a good time. Good show, boys. And we will see you in a couple of weeks.
And
all right, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. Now, remember, next week we won't be here, but we will be the following week. I'll have to decide which day we'll do the big screen viewing of the movie. I don't know whether to do it, next Thursday or the Thursday after it. That's about it.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
To everyone who is going to hate the color purple, you're welcome.
So hey, thanks to everyone on the panel. You guys, I really appreciate everyone that comes on the panel, and this show is because of all of us and the thoughts and the opinions. That's what this show is about, is to pull together different opinions on these shows. Even though a lot of times we will have some of the same feelings, you do see, just like today, we had different opinions on a movie, and that's what it's about, is hearing other people's opinions, and it's enjoyable. Redneck, thank you. I hope to enjoy the time with my daughter and having the week off, so we get to enjoy it. So, hey, thanks to everybody. Watch the Oscars, and let's hope that somebody other than Oppenheimer wins. So, streaming matters to us because streaming matters to you. We'll see you all on the